Hey guys, this video is happening because I'm working on a video project, a couple of video projects actually, and my microphone is broken. My good microphone, my Yeti. I'm using my iPad like I used to in one of my old channels. I basically thought I'd just do this low effort video, mainly for me, about kind of what YouTube as a hobby has kind of felt like and been throughout the entirety of my adult life and adolescent life. And I mean, if you know me in person, basically just skip this video. This, I want to say, is mostly for me, but I think would also help kind of explain my goals with my channel and kind of explain my inconsistencies and my confusion. And I'll just go straight into it because I don't know how to transition. And my throat hurts. Anyways, so when I was in middle school, I discovered YouTube because I was trying to find websites where I could watch Naruto. And then I found out the same year that people were making videos about their lives. And the Hill 88, I believe, won some sort of award for being YouTuber of the year back in like 2005, 2006. Met Weird Al because of that. And I was in middle school and I was like, what? I go on YouTube every day. And then when I heard about her, the guy in my school was like, no, like making videos. And I was like, oh, I thought YouTube was just for watching AMVs and watching Naruto. So from there, I discovered people like Lisa Nova, the Wine Cone, and all those good kids. And it's crazy because like I didn't have the foresight to really realize this or think about it. You know, the year that I discovered YouTube, I had the option of watching every video on the website. That's how like new it was. And that is a feat that cannot be done anymore. 12 years later, 13 years later, something like that. So I wanted to like vlog and like whenever I tell people this now, they're always like, you wanted to like be a vlogger from the beginning in like 2006. That would have been the time to start and like get a big following and stuff. And I don't know, I didn't really have the foresight to keep at it. I didn't have the confidence because of how not confident in the kind of videos I made were and how insecure I was and the kind of feedback I was getting from people who found me, who knew me in person, and how much I was always kind of made fun of in general from like my older siblings and people at school. So basically, I kept making channels, kept trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and the more I learned about different types of content creators on YouTube, the more things I tried doing, tried to discover where I wanted to be. And anytime anyone found out about me, watched my videos, saw that they were bad because I was like 13, 14, which not to say, I don't know, I feel like nowadays kids have it so good. Like I feel like rich 14-year-olds nowadays, maybe even just like doing okay 14-year-olds nowadays could be very cool online. And maybe I just wasn't destined for that because I don't know, I wasn't cool offline either. My point being, I'm getting sidetracked. People would find what I did, and it was poorly made, whatever I was trying to do, and you know, I couldn't go through with like I wanted to learn how to animate throughout all those years, and I was never able to. I didn't, you know, have like a good computer or anything, so I tried doing other things. I tried making skits. I tried vlogging. I tried doing reviews. I tried anything that I could think of. And as soon as anybody bullied me, I would immediately try just delete everything, delete my channel, delete all my videos. So all that stuff is hypothetically gone. Man, I shouldn't have recorded this audio only thing with the sore throat. Give me one sec. I should probably edit this. I don't like the sound of myself clearing out my throat. Okay, so I'm not gonna edit this. Whatever. This is a nothing video. So it reached a point where at one point I not finally, but I was like, I'm gonna just kind of talk about my life and do whatever because I was like, I don't care anymore. And then I started doing that, and it was kind of consistent. And then I had a friend. So I had multiple friends. Here's the thing. The ability to pursue your interest is not something most people have. A lot of people who want to do something creative or put themselves out there will not do it, and want to do it vicariously through the people who put themselves out there a lot, which I did constantly, because I always felt I had nothing to lose because I was starting nowhere. But because where YouTube progressed by the time I was an adult, there were people who had it as a job, and successful YouTubers were using the algorithm. They were treating it like it was a job, and I just wanted to upload once in a while and talk about myself. And I don't know if it was the intense want to have my stuff liked and grow from my status of just being some guy who nobody watched, but I really, when people I knew demanded things of me, I just went through with it, even if I didn't like the end product or didn't like what they wanted from me. And so because of that, like, I started vlogging every day, but like I had a job at McDonald's and I was going to community college, and so like every single video was like, oh, hi, and not much is happening. I said that every single video. I was like, not much is happening. I have to do hella homework, and then I have to edit this and upload it. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. And that was like every single video. And if I missed a video, like my friends who demanded that, like, who were like, oh, we care about your success on YouTube. We just want you to succeed. And that's why they demanded I uploaded every day. That's why they would just send me videos about how the algorithm worked, and they would always have the excuse of like, I grew up with YouTube. I've been there since the beginning. I know how it works. And I'm like, yeah, but I did too. Also, I don't even want to do this. So if I missed a day, like, my friends would not shut up about it. I once missed a day. I can't remember specifically what. It was like completely valid because like I had like an exam, and like I did nothing that day, and then like I acknowledged that the next day, or I was late one day, or like I uploaded it a day late, so I uploaded 2 on one day, and my friends were like for like a week, they like would just bring up that like I was late once, and like they're like, we're trying to watch your videos every day for your analytics, and yeah, blah blah blah. And I shouldn't have let it bother me, but I think because like everything else that was going on with me, I was so depressed in general with my life, and I have been at the time. And like when I was working at McDonald's, I had like the lowest self-worth, because like I worked I worked at McDonald's for 2 years and tried quitting multiple times, and they basically talked me out of it. Like they put me in a position where I felt like I didn't have the option to quit, even though like I realistically should have, because I don't know, late teenage years, young adulthood, like I really didn't understand like anything about myself, and like my attempts at making YouTube channels were like a huge reflection of that. One of my friends, who was the guy who was like one of the guys who was like always on my ass about making content, he always wanted to do stuff, and he proposed that me and him like collaborated and made a channel together, and we did, and it was like one of the worst experiences of my life that actively negatively affected like my personal life. So for like a little bit of backstory, one of my previous canceled YouTube projects, because I've always wanted to animate, I always wanted to be an animator, and I never really had the option to do so. I think right now is my most feasible, like with the equipment I have now, and we'll see where that goes, because I don't know. I don't know. That's a video on its own. Anyways, I started a project with one other guy, later bringing on a third guy to try and make a cartoon. I wanted to just make a YouTube cartoon, and the other guy wanted, and this wasn't like a conflicting thing, but I'm just saying, like, the other guy wanted to make a pilot, make a series, and like pitch that cartoon to TV networks. And I was down with that, and like we even got in contact with like a local Seattle kind of I guess celebrity. At the time, he was a bigger deal. This will tell you like kind of the year it was. It was Phoenix Jones, the Seattle like real life superhero. We like ended up like talking on the phone with like his agent like a handful of times, seeing if he could like guest star in like an episode or something, because like we were trying to make this cartoon, and we didn't know what we were doing. My art was really bad at the time, and I was already like 20, and I don't know. My point being, so that project, because I was trying to teach myself how to animate, and I was doing all these really, really shitty like small animation projects and learning how to animate and like watching all these tutorials. I don't actually know if that's why this happened, but like my computer just like fucking exploded, like broke and like I never like returned to like a computer like that again. Like I had to just like buy a laptop that was like the most affordable for me at the time on my McDonald's wage. Um, and so when I got my laptop, I wanted to try, and I tried making like a small cartoon series. Didn't work because I didn't know what I wanted, because I was messing around with like my dream when I was a kid was to like make a children's, like not a children's, but like, and make an animated series, you know, like like Gravity Falls or something like that. And so I wanted to make something that was like that, but like all the people in my community college were like, "Oh, it's the internet. You gotta be like Ego Raptor. You need more dick jokes. Your script doesn't have enough dick jokes." And so like I just got frustrated, canceled that. Tried making just I set the bar really low for myself. I was like, I'm just gonna try and just make some one-offs, make some shorts, make a series that like isn't very good, but I wanted a starting point so I could grow from there, and then slowly gain equipment, slowly gain the skills. And the guy who wanted me to collaborate with him basically insisted and demanded that if like, when I made any cartoons, to put it on our collective channel and give him credit for it. But he wanted me to do everything myself with no help from him. And because like so because I was like, I don't know, because I was also busy with school and work, like I didn't want to deal with that stress. And so like I feel like that part of my life just kind of shut down for like a long time, because it was like I didn't want to deal with it, because of like how shitty everything else in my life was going, and that was supposed to be like the one thing that I was going to have fun with. And then me and him, I kept having all of these ideas for different videos or video series that we could do with our friends or just us, for the channel. And because like I didn't know what he wanted from the channel, and he just kept using the word content, and he made like, and like we did a handful of videos, some of which that I was really proud of, that are no longer like anywhere on anything that I've saved, that like they were all kind of planned out and directed and filmed by me, and he would be in some of them, and completely edited by me. I did everything, and my laptop was so bad that like it took like it took so long to edit, and like sometimes, or a lot of times, my laptop would crash, and like eventually my laptop got old, and like I wouldn't be able to preview what I was editing. I was basically editing blindly and doing trial and error, and then producing videos, and then like basing my edits off of the incorrect published video that already took like an entire overnight to publish. And like I remember like one time he saw how the process went while I was staying the night, and he was like, "Whoa, it's still rendering, like blah blah blah." And I was like, I tell you all the time that it takes like a whole day just to do like a portion of it, and like you do nothing, and you're demanding that I do everything. And then when we brought on other people on the channel, on our getting off the ground channel, I remember telling them like kind of the circumstances I was under, and they were like, "You should just do what you want on your own channel, because you're the one editing it anyways, and he's acting like the boss of you and acting like the head of this channel, but it is literally doing nothing. He just wants the glory of people paying attention to him." That's how I was reading it. If this person watches this video, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to talk shit. But this is all from the perspective of where I was in my life at the time, and what the decisions I made when I did. Because also elsewhere in my life, like I was really doing really bad. So that channel got canceled because I cut myself out of that person's life for like a really long time, actually. Like I didn't actually start talking to them again until like kind of recently, and even then we don't even talk at all anymore. So I like tried to like purge myself from the internet for a while. I got incredibly depressed, not because of the internet, but just horribly depressed, horrible anxiety, all these things in my personal life. And then just made a lot of bad choices, and took some time for myself, and then kind of decided after a while after I was kind of tired of being so fucking sad all the time. This is like such an abridged version of like my life. I feel like I'm telling this badly, because I'm only talking about the parts that are relevant to YouTube. But anyways, So my second most recent channel, which is not this one, was made when I was 22 or 23, where I made video skits and I tried like making end cards with all my social media, and I had my friends make like fan signs for me, telling people to subscribe. And that channel was because this was already 2015. You know, YouTube was way different from how it was when I first started wanting to make videos, through all the years I wanted to be an animator, and through all of my other failed channels. It had to be like over 15 failed channels, like not even exaggerating. One of my most successful channels was one where I only talked about Disney and Persona 4, because at the time Persona 4 wasn't, it was before the remake came out, and it wasn't actually that popular, and not a lot of people on YouTube were like talking about it, from what I saw. And so I just made videos talking about it, and I actually got people like leaving comments and like interacting with me, which was a big deal at the time. That this was 2012, I think. 2011, I think. Because 2010, 2011 is when I played Persona 4. But anyways, my point being, 2015 comes around, and I'm 22, 23, and you know, I'm already like I'm already a young adult, don't know what I'm doing, don't have any money, live with my parents, only have a shitty laptop and a camera, no microphone. My laptop, the editing is so hard on it. But I started doing skits and kind of talking about my opinions in my life, because like I wanted to do some form of what I kind of wanted in the beginning, and I wanted to do it just purely as a hobby, just for me, with no one convincing me that what they were demanding of me was to benefit me, with no one telling me like that I had to do something that other YouTubers were doing. I was like, I'm just gonna make these videos, and they're gonna be shitty and fun, and I'm gonna like doing them, and and a lot of them had opinions that I had, or morals that I had, or the things that I learned. Those videos are very bad, actually. Like, I think some parts of some of them are good, and I kind of like them, and like I think people liked them because when I was making a big deal about it and actually showing people and been like, hey, I'm actually going through with the YouTube thing, like I noticed people actually complimenting my editing and stuff, which I don't think it's, I think some of the videos have like actually like good editing, but I was using my laptop, which I couldn't preview what I was editing, and like and it was such a backwards way to make videos. It like took me way longer than it should have, and like because like I was like coming off of like a huge era of depression. I didn't know how to like talk to a camera or act for the skits, and it was literally just me in my bedroom, and like I learned like the cloning editing technique for it, kind of like Community Channel, because she was actually like my most inspirational person on YouTube. I think those videos are very cringy and very embarrassing, because I had more of a fuck it attitude with those, and like kind of knowing that I couldn't make something good with the equipment that I had, and kind of like knowing that I had become way worse of an actor and way more awkward of a person because of how much I secluded myself for years. And so maybe I'll re-upload some of them, because I actually really heavily thought about re-uploading some of them on this channel for that reason. And that kind of brings me to this channel, Sushi. So I'm 25 now, and this channel was supposed to be my second channel. This was going to be the channel where I did art related things, and then I was like, maybe it'll be my hobby, fandom, art, and gaming channel, and then my main channel will be the other one. And then I just kind of found myself gravitating to the, making videos more about my fandoms, which I haven't even really done a lot of. There's not a lot of videos on this channel. Messing around with the name a lot. Rebranding this channel, because originally it was Sushi Parade and Sashimi Parade, and then the original Sushi Parade is now dead. I think all the videos are either unlisted or privated. And then this channel became Sushi Parade, and then it just became Sushi, the misspelling. And then now it's just I'm uploading whatever I want. I kept changing like my icon, my video style, my whatever I was doing, because like I was getting more over time, getting better equipment, kind of more fully realizing what I wanted to do, and kind of having the equipment to almost do animatics or the story time animation videos, which I have to say, those blew up, that genre blew up on YouTube the exact same time I wanted to try and do it, and I haven't really done any of them like Girls Are Hard, I literally shit myself, that video about the Tinder girl. That is like my favorite video I've made, and that was an animatic, and that was like at the time that the Storytime animators like boomed. And then my follow-up, which I like the narrative and the audio of it a lot, like my story that I'm telling, which is called Racially Ambiguous, because that's a topic that's very important to me. I don't like that video. I think the art is inconsistent and bad, and I was kind of rushing that out because I got in like, I fell into the old mindset of like, oh man, maybe I need to just like make this my job or something, just because I have the run over mentality of like what I thought would, work. And so, and then there's other elements of like I always wanted to stream, and all that. And so that's why all my videos are horribly inconsistent, and like the style of my videos keeps changing, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So if you're sub to me, I greatly appreciate it. I don't actually expect anything of this. This was one long explanation of me saying like I've had so many channels trying to make something of myself, and now it's just I'm at a point in my life where like all I really want is to be happy with something I make, since I am an artist and I like all my hobbies are creative related. My voice is giving out and I hate it. My making arms character video, let me look it up real quick. That video, when I made that video, I told myself that video was horrible. I told myself it was bad. I thought it was one of the worst things I made, and I just made it just for the hell of it, right? I made it a year ago, and I made that on an iPad. I made the entire video on an iPad with misinformation that my friend told me. My friend told me there was only 5 characters in the game, and I was like, we just haven't seen them at all. And he was like, no, like it's confirmed, like there's 5 characters. And so that's why I made the video, because I thought there wasn't enough. And like, so I drew all those characters with a mouse, because there was a big period of my life where I drew with a mouse. There was 5 years where I all my art was digital and with a mouse. And I drew everything with a mouse. I recorded the audio on my iPad, and then I used the iPad version of iMovie and just like pulled together this really bad video. And I also remember telling myself that it was perfectly okay because nobody was going to watch it. And it is currently the most like viewed thing that I have ever put on the internet. I made it a year ago and it has 19,000 views. Let me see the exact number. 19,365 views. And I predicted a character in arms like the Twintel girl. I don't know where to go from here, and I don't really know how to end this video. It was just kind of venting and kind of putting out there information that is not out there. I know some of my friends know how much I struggled with YouTube and how much I wanted it to be a hobby and how much I struggled with trying to make it a job and how much I don't know what to do with it, because there's things that like I really liked or I'm very happy with, like the animatic about the Tinder girl I love, and then the making arms characters video is something that like other people liked from me. Yeah, and this was very therapeutic for me, getting to kind of explain this and vent this. Who knows, maybe this will help me realize or motivate me to kind of get to where I want to be, and maybe this will help some other guy who doesn't really know what he wants to do kind of realize that he doesn't have to, and it's not the end of the world if you don't. I've been dicking around with YouTube since 2006. It's no big deal that I never knew what I was doing or that nothing ever happened. It's like, I don't know, it's not the end of the world. And I mean, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm working on multiple video series that I enjoy. A little frustrating speed bumps with my personal life, and then my microphone not working, which I might just do the audio of those videos on this iPad, see how this works out. I don't even know what my visual for this video is going to be. Okay, I gotta stop rambling. Thank you guys. I hope this has helped you understand more about me. I don't even know if that was the goal of this video. I don't know what my goal of this video was. But yeah. Bye.